Let's talk about 5 items to bring to prepare for craft shows. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we are getting into craft show season, talking about items that you should bring for craft shows, especially if this is one of your first or second times going. I have been to multiple craft shows. I used to sell these actual stuffed animal dogs at craft shows. I'll include some images, and while we were there, I definitely learned a thing or two during that time, and I would like to pass that on just in case you are looking for some tips and tricks to help you be super successful. Now, some of these items are things you may not have thought about, others are items I'm sure you're thinking about, but let's go ahead and get started. The first is a safety pin. So as silly as that probably sounds, safety pins are so helpful. You can get all different size ones available and go to Amazon. They can come in different packs. These can help you with decorations, so making sure that your tablecloths are laying well on your tables. You can also use these at times to kind of hold down some of your products. So for example, with these stuffed dogs that I had, sometimes I'd be concerned people would run off and take them. So you could always kind of like safety pin them down. I've also seen people do this with like little jewelry. So those cardboard like lays that have the earrings on them, you could always safety pin them to the back just so people don't run off and take them. It really depends on the type of situation you're in, but safety pins have so many uses. They can be great for quick fixes, and they're really small, so I would highly recommend bringing a pack of them just so that you are well prepared. Now, the next item that we'll talk about is more along the lines of comfort. Bring something for your back, especially if you're sitting. So I have this small pillow here. I would highly recommend bringing pillows, bringing some sort of blanket that you could always fold up. Really, if you are in a spot that is outdoors as well, it may get chilly, so the blanket could be even more important. But when you are sitting all day at a craft show, even if you do try to stand up or sit down, it can be a long time for your back, for your body. So you want to be as comfortable as possible. And sometimes they will provide you chairs, other times you have to bring your own, but the chairs they provide you are not going to be comfortable. So make sure you have some sort of lumbar support. Maybe you have different blankets that come with you, just something to make the day a little bit smoother. As if you're feeling comfortable, you're going to do a lot better probably encouraging people to buy your products, talking about your products. So I would highly recommend just having some items on hand, more on the comfort level, so that you do have the most successful day that you can. And then while we're kind of sticking in this vein, be sure you bring snacks and hydration. It is a long time. Sometimes these shows go really early in the morning to when you're unpacking and cleaning everything up that evening. Be sure you have snacks, maybe small little snacks, some fruit. Definitely bring water, just items that you can have so that you're easily able to eat, take what you need. Sometimes shows will provide you lunch and you can like set that up ahead of time, but other times that they don't. So make sure you have some sort of lunch plan. This can also encounter with like medicine. So if you have medicines you have to take at different times of the day, be sure you have a plan for those, how you're going to bring it with you, how you're going to take it, if you need to take it with food or with some sort of specific drink. Just making sure you have all of those sort of listed out for yourself will make it so much easier and so much better of a craft show day. And then finally, we're going to be talking about footwear. My fourth tip, especially big for just being outside, is making sure you have the correct shoe. This may be a tennis shoe like I have here. Maybe you want to dress it up a little bit more and have more comfortable shoes that look nice. I actually got these off Amazon. They are kind of one of my favorite shoes that I wear. And then I do have some nicer ones here. Really pay attention to the location. So if you are inside, maybe a nicer shoe is okay. I would highly recommend something with a lot of arch support though. But if you are outside, and especially if you're in a field and you know it's going to be raining a lot, be sure that you have something waterproof so that your feet aren't getting wet, your socks aren't getting wet. You just don't want to make it miserable for yourself since you will be there so long. So I would highly recommend having perfect footwear that you can wear. Maybe you bring a couple different changes of shoes just in case you are outside. And if you're inside, making sure you know what you want to wear, what you want to look like. Then my last tip is to be sure you bring some of your marketing materials. I know you're going to be bringing whatever you're selling, but you also want to be sure you're selling your brand. So I would always have my little business cards with me. I also use my business cards for like the hang tags off their ears. So as you'll see here, there's some little holes in them, because then I would rope it through with like ribbon, and then I would just hang it off of like these little dogs' ears. And that was a way that I could kind of use these for two purposes. But you really want to make sure that you are talking about your brand, talking about where people can find you. Some people may really not be there to buy anything that day, and at times I can see annoying because you're like, well, if you're here, you should buy something now. but they may come back and they may look at your online store, they may look at your social media, so be sure you have ways for them to be able to take that information with them so that they can go and do their own research or maybe shop on their own time. So these were just 5 very generic tips really to go across with any craft show. I hope this helped you though. Let me know if you like these craft show videos. If you do, I can do more of them. Like I said, I sold these for such a long time at craft shows and it was so fun and I learned so many things. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and leave your best craft show tips below. Thanks for watching.